All right, this is the Math Models Unit 4 Lesson 3 video over analyzing data and drawing conclusions. Not much to say about this except that the way this is set up is you're going to be given a table of information. Basically, the information that comes from the things we saw in Lesson 2, so like the different categories that we dealt with. And then we have a table of information. And then we basically just answer questions about that table and the data that it shows. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but just to kind of give you an idea of how each of these tables looks. We have the three cities from the first one. We have Denton, Flower Mound, and Louisville. And then we have the responses of the restaurant and the average amount spent at each restaurant for those people who went to that restaurant. So these are the number of people who chose that restaurant from each city. This is the amount those people spent on average. Christina's, Abuelo's. How many responses were they to the survey? Total responses are right here. So you need to add up this column to find the answer here. The rest of these are really just answering questions based on the table. Which was a favorite Tex-Mex restaurant of Denton? So you look at the Denton row and we see which one had the most people choose it. Same thing for Flower Mound. Same thing for Louisville. What was the favorite overall? So in this one, you're actually going to need to add up the numbers for each one and see which one has the biggest. Pretty straightforward. I'm not even going to really go over much more. I mean, this is a very short video because I think you guys are going to be fine. Just take a look at the table and use it to answer the questions. The number 8 would be one that I would say, what's the total spending on fresh fruit by 9th grade students? Well, fresh fruit, 9th grade is 78, and they spent $18 monthly, so you need to multiply those numbers. 78 people spent $18 on average, so what was the total? Same thing, total for fresh fruit on 10th grade students. Well, we have 10th grade students here and their average monthly spending, so we need to multiply those two. What was the total spending on fresh fruit? Well, you just found the total for 9th and the total for 10th, so you should easily be able to find the total overall. What about the total spending on pizza? Do the same thing. You need to be multiplying these numbers so as to add them together to find the total. So that's pretty much it for this lesson.